Good day, engineers. So today we are going to discuss application of algebraic translations. So, kung maaalala nyo nung ating diniscuss ang history of algebra, yung Egyptian mathematics daw, hindi sila gumagamit ng symbols like addition, subtraction, or any symbols. So, nagsosolve sila ng mga math problems verbally. So, ini-state nila yung mga math problems. So, ngayon, sa applications of algebraic translations, itong mga verbal expressions ay itra-translate natin. So, let's start sa ating lesson. Basahin ko muna. Application of algebraic translations. When translating mathematical expressions written in word form or verbal expressions, you need to know how to represent the unknown quantities and the operations assigned to the expressions. This skill of translating operations is dependent upon the language that is being used in the description of the expression. So, for example, consider the expression which is read as exceeds n by 4. The unknown quantity in these expressions is to be n. But what mathematical operations is represented by the word exceeds? If you guess that exceeds implies additions, so you are correct. This expression is mathematically written as n plus 4. So, n plus 4 yung exceeds n by 4. So, below are some of the most common words and phrases used in translating expressions, together with the operations they represent. This is not an exhaustive list or hindi ito kompleto. So, pwede pa kayong makahanap ng mga ibang words na pwede nating magamit sa pagsosolve ng mga math problems. A sampling of words used to represent mathematical operations. So, unahin natin itong nasa add or sa additions. Pag may nabasa kang add, sum, increase by, more than, exceeds, total, plus, in all, gain, deposit. So, ibig sabihin, ang gagamitin nating mathematical operations ay add or additions or plus. Kapag naman subtract, difference, decrease by, fewer, less than, diminish by, minus, take away, withdraw, and reduce by. So, ibig sabihin, subtract or subtraction or minus. Sa multiply naman or sa times, multiplied by, product of, times, double, triple, twice. Sa divide or sa division, divide, quotient, divided equally, is split into fraction and ratio of. So, punta tayo dito sa subtraction, which is yung less than. So, note, be careful using less than. It reverses the order of things. It is not written in the order it is read. So, 5 less than 8 is written 8 minus 5, not 5 minus 8. So, 3 less than n minus 3 siya. Hindi siya 3 minus n. So, yun sinabi niya, reverse, and hindi siya sinusulat as order ng pagkakabasa. So, sample problems tayo. 5 increase by 4 times a number. 5. So, ano yung mga word natin dito? Increase by. Tapos, times. So, start natin sa 5 increase by. So, 5 plus 4 times a number. So, magle-let tayo na ang let x be the number. So, 5 plus 4 times a number. Next, 8 less than twice a number. So, di ba sabi, kapag ginagamit ang word na less than, reverse siya. So, if since nauna si 8, yun yung nasa dulo. 8 less than twice a number. So, twice a number. Next, 3 times a number. So, 3 times a number, 3x. Increase by 9. So, increase by 9, plus 9. The product of 4 and a number, decrease by 7. So, may quit dito. So, the product of 4. 4 times itong number na to. A number decreased by 7. So, a number decreased by 7 is x minus 7. Tama? And the product daw nila. So, pwede natin siyang isulat as 4 times x minus 7. So, naintindihan? Last, the quotient of 14 and in triple a number. So, the quotient of 14 and triple a number. So, quotient is division. So, division. 14 and number. Triple a number. So, 3x. So, ayan. Sana na-gets nyo. And punta na tayo sa ating word problems. So, unahin natin si digit problems. So, dito sa digit problems, let H, T, and U be hundreds, tens, and units digits. So, units digits, yan kasi yung tawag nila sa mga ones digits. So, familiar naman siguro kayo sa ones, tens, hundreds, respectively. A 3-digit number must be represented in the following manner. So, ito yung number. So, 3-digit number. So, H, T, tsaka U. So, H times 100 since nasa 100 siya, di ba? T times 10 since nasa tens. And U. So, wala tayong ita-times dyan since unit lang naman siya or ones number siya. A 2-digit number is represented by, so 2-digit number. So, 2-digit number. Anong example pala ng mga 3-digit number? So, meron tayo dyan, 143, 213. So, ito yung ating hundreds. Ito yung ating tens. And ito yung ating ones or dito kasi ang gamit is units. So, ngayon, 2-digit number is mga 27, 14. So, bakit pala natin tina-times itong 110? Tsaka, dito wala. So, kasi, itong 143, example na natin. Ang digit natin sa hundreds ay 1. Tama? Then, times natin sa 100. Ang digit naman natin sa tens ay, since 40 ito, 4 ang digit natin. Times 10, and ang digit natin sa units ay 3. So, 1 times 100, 100. Plus 4 times 10 is 40. Plus 3, so 143. So, may example pala ako dito. If we write the number 1 to 8, we automatically know that the digit 1 denotes 100, the digit 2 denotes 20, and the digit 8 denotes 8. So, ayan. Sana naintindihan nyo, So, punta na tayo sa ating sample problem. So, number 1, the sum of the digits in a two-digit number is 7. If the tens digit is 3 less than the ones digit, find the number. So, ngayon, magle-let muna tayo. Wait, kanina ko pa kasi hindi mahanap yung ano ko. Saan ba to? Itong lapis ko. So, yan. So, number 1, let T be the tens digit. Tens digit. And U is unit digit. Unit digit. Be the unit digit. So, kompleto ko na nga para sa notes nyo. So, bakit T at U lang ang ginamit natin? Kasi sabi sa problem, two-digit number lang siya. So, hindi naman tayo pwedeng gumamit ng hundreds or kung gusto nyo ilagay, pwede naman, pero kasi two-digit lang naman siya. So, ang pinakamataas na two-digit number ay 99. Tama ba? So, ayun. Balik tayo sa ating problem. Sabi dyan, the sum of the digits in a two-digit number is 7. So, asan na naman yung... sorry, nawawala kasi. So, ang sum daw ng two-digit number is 7. So, ibig sabihin, T plus U is 7. If the tens digit is 3 less than the ones digit, so 3 less than the ones digit, so paano natin to isulat? So, yung ones digit daw, less than 3. So, yun yung tens digit. Tama? So, pwede natin siya, isusulat natin siya as T is equals to U minus 3. Find the number. So, hanapin daw natin yung two-digit number. Find the number. So, paano na natin gagawin yan? Since meron tayong T, pwede natin siyang isalpak agad dito sa equation 1 natin. Tama? So, i-write natin, magiging T plus U is equal 7, di ba? So, ang T natin ay U minus 3 plus U is equals to 7. So, U plus U is 2U minus 3 equals 7. So, 2U is equals to 7 plus 3. 2U is 10. So, divide both side by 2. So, magiging U is equals to 5. So, ito yung ating unit digit. So, ano naman yung ating T? So, pwede natin tong isalpak dito or isubstitute. So, T is equals to U minus 3. Alam natin na ang U is 5. So, 5 minus 3, ang T natin is 2. So, ibig sabihin, ang unit digit natin is 5, ang tens digit natin ay 2. So, paano na ulit yung formula natin? Yung number daw, kapag 2 digit ay yung T times natin sa 10 plus Q. So, ano na yung T natin? 2 times 10 plus U natin na 5. So, 2 times 10 is 20 plus 5 is equals to 25. So, the answer or the number is 25. Paano natin siya i-check? So, 25. Ano yung dalawang digit niya? 2 tsaka 5. So, 2 plus 5 is 7. So, nasatisfy na natin agad itong, ibang color. So, nasatisfy natin agad itong the sum of the digits in a two-digit number is 7. So, naintindihan nyo yung ating lesson or digit problem? So, next tayo, number 2. Wait lang. So, dito sa number 2, the sum of the digits in a 2-digit number is 13. If the digits of the number are reversed or binaliktad, the new number is 9 more than the original number. So, what is the original number? So, first, magle-let muna tayo. So, let t be the tens digit. Tens digit. And u is unit digit. So, 2-digit lang yung hinahanap natin. Ngayon, ang sabi dyan, the sum of the digits in a 2-digit number is 13. So, t plus u is 13. Tama? If the digits of the number is reverse, kapag binaliktad daw, the new number is 9 more than the original. So, wait. Sulat muna natin to as t is equals to 13 minus u. So, pwede kasi natin siyang magamit mamaya sa pag-substitute ng mga value ng. So, yung original number natin, di ba kapag ni-write natin siya sa formula, 10t plus u. 10t plus u. So, ito yung ating original number. Tama? Kapag ni-reverse natin yan, magiging 10u plus t. Kapag ni-reverse natin yung digit. So, ibig sabihin, so wait, sulat ko lang, reverse number. So, ayan na siya. Ngayon, sabi dito, yung bagong number daw is 9 more than the original number. So, paano natin yun isusulat? Yung bagong number daw. So, ang new number or the reverse number is 10u plus t. Tama? Is 9 more than the original number. Mas malaki daw ng 9 kesa sa original number. So, ang original number natin is 10t plus u plus 9 natin. So, yan yung ating equation dyan sa nabinasa natin. Ang tanong, what is the original number? So, ang tinatanong is original number. Write muna natin to, magiging 10u plus t is equals to 10t plus u plus 9. So, dito, ginawan natin siya ng value ng t. T is equals to 13 minus u. So, pwede natin siyang i-substitute dito sa equation natin. So, 10u plus, ang t natin is 13 minus u equals 10 times 13 minus u plus 9. So, 9 yan . So, tuloy natin dito. Magiging 10u plus 13 minus u is equals to 130 minus 10u plus u plus 9. So, 10u minus u is 9u is equals to negative 10u plus u is 130 minus 9u plus 9. So, i-isolate natin yung mga, may nakalimutan pala ako dito sa una. C13. So, isolate natin yung mga may variable. So, 9u plus 9u is equals to 130 plus 9 minus 13. So, 9u plus 9u is 18u. 130 plus 9, 139 minus 13 is 126. So, divide both sides by 18. So, magiging u is equals to 7. So, meron na tayong value ng u. So, sinabi natin na ang t kanina is equals to 13 minus u. So, ito yon. Baka magtaka kayo kung saan nakuha. So, t is equals to 13 minus 7. Ang t natin is 6. Ang tinatanong, original number. So, ang original number natin is 10t plus u. 10t plus u is 10. Ang digit natin is 6. Plus u natin is 7. So, 6t plus 7. Ang number natin is 67. So, ito yung ating original number. So, sana naintindihan nyo ha. Pwede kayong mag-practice sa mga libro. Marami, kung may book kayo ng 1,001 ba yun? 1,001, wait, kunin ko. 1,001 solve problems in engineering mathematics. So, pwede kayong maghanap ng mga questions doon at pwede nyong sagutan or pagpraktisan. Next number 3. So, dito, in a 3-digit number, the hundreds digit is 3 times the tens digit. The tens digit is 3 times the ones digit. If the sum of the digit is 13, find the number. So, sulat ko muna. Let H be the 100 digit. T be the tens digit. U be the unit digit. So, balik tayo sa problem. In a 3-digit number, the hundreds digit is 3 times the 10 digit. So, yung 100 digit daw is 3 times the tens digit. So, H is equals to 3t. Next, the tens digit is 3 times the ones digit. So, yung tens digit daw ay 3 times the ones digit or unit digit. If the sum of the digit is 13, find the number. So, kung ang sum daw ng mga digits ay 13, so meron tayong H plus T plus U is equals to 13. So, find the number. So, H natin is 3T plus T plus U. Pero, ang U natin, kung i-consider natin ito, ang U natin ay magiging T over 3. So, T over 3 is equals to 13. So, pwede tayong mag-multiply ng 3 para ma-cancel yung denominator na 3. So, 9t plus 3t plus t is equals to 39. So, 9 plus 3 plus 1 is 13t equals to 39. So, punta tayo dito. So, magiging 13t is equals to 39. Divide both sides by 13. So, ang t natin ay 3. So, pwede natin makuha yung h dun sa unang equation na binigay. So, h is equals to 3t. So, wait. So, h is equals to 3 times 3. So, ang h natin ay 9. Next, kunin natin yung ating unit digit. So, pwede natin gamitin ito. So, ang h is 9 plus t natin na 3 plus u is equals to 13. U natin is 13 minus 9 minus 3. So, U natin is 1. Kasi 12 ito. So, ang 3-digit number, meron tayong H times 100 plus T times 10 plus U. So, ang H natin ay 9 times 100 plus T natin na 3 times 10 at ang unit digit natin ay 1. So, meron tayong 900 plus 30 plus 1. So, 931. So, ito yung ating number or yung hinahanap nating number. So, check natin. Kasi sabi, ang sum daw nila is 13. So, 9 plus 3 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. So, check. Tama. So, next word problem is age problems. So, one of the most common problems in algebra is the age problem. This type of problems must be solved meticulously by giving more emphasis to the tenses, past, present, or future of the statement. So, the ages of a certain person in the past, present, and future in terms of x are as follow. So, present age mo today is x. So, 6 years ago, so x minus 6. 5 year hence, so x plus 5. So, example, ako ngayon, sabihin ko pa. So, 24 na ako ngayon. So, 6 years ago, so x minus 6, so 24 minus 6, 18 years old ako 6 years ago. So 5 year hence, so 24 plus 5, so yan, 29. 29 na ako after 5 years. So, sample problems tayo. Number 1. So, itong problem na to, napakasikat siya sa mga board exam. So, Mary is 24 years old. Mary is twice as old as Anne was when Mary was as old as Anne is now. So, para tayong yung tongue twister, di ba? So, how old is Anne now? So, dito, pwede tayong gumawa nung tawag dun, nung table kanina. So, dalawa lang naman binanggit dyan. Was, tsaka now. So, past at tsaka present. So, past and present. Ano ba yan? Enjoy sana to kapag face-to-face itong topic na to. So, past, present. Ito si Mary. And ito si Ann. So, si Mary daw is 24 years old. So, dyan sa statement na yan, so, ngayon yan, present. So, si Mary daw ay 24 years old. 24. So, Mary is twice as old as Anne was. So, Mary is twice as old as Anne was. So, paano natin yan isusulat? So, si Mary daw is twice as old as Anne was. So, M is equals to twice as also 2A was. Pwede natin isulat to nas A is equals to M over 2. Or A is equals to 24 over 2. So, dati daw si Ann, 24 over 2 daw siya. So, 24 over 2. Or 12. Mary is twice as old as Anne was when Mary was as old as Anne is now. So, ayan, when Mary was as old as Anne is now. So, yan, kaya natin dinivide siya ng 2. So, 24. 24 din yung ginamit nating age ni Mary kasi now. How old is Anne now? So, ang hinahanap is kung ilang taon si Anne ngayon. So, yun yung X natin. Then, X din si Pa. So, write natin to as 24 minus X equals X minus 12. X minus 12. So, 24 plus 12 is equals to X plus X. So, 24 plus 12 is 36. Is equals to 2X. Divide both sides by 2. So, X is equals to 18. So, ibig sabihin, si Ann daw ay 18 years old. So, Ann is 18 years old. Sa totoo lang, sa sobrang labasin nitong Mary is 24 years old, kapag nabasa mo na yan, 18 years old na agad yung sagot. Next, the sum of Kim's and Kevin's ages is 18. In 3 years, Kim will be twice as old as Kevin. What are their ages now? So, mag-let tayo dito kasi may mga binigay na situation. So, let X be Kevin's age. Y be Kim's age. So, sabi dyan, yung sum daw ng Kim at Kevin ages is 18. So, pwede natin siyang i-write as X plus Y is equals to 18. In 3 years, kapag sinabing in 3 years, ibig sabihin sa susunod na 3 taon. So, sulat natin to. In 3 years. X plus 3, Y plus 3. So, hindi pwede na si Kevin lang yung tumanda sa susunod na 3 taon. Kaya, nag-plus din tayo kay Kim. So, kaya may Y plus 3 pa tayo dyan. Sulat ko. Wait lang. Sulat ko lang ha. Kevin's age in 3 years. So, ito naman si Kim's. Kim's age. Wait, bakit pa? Anong sulat ko? In 3 years. So, sabi niya, in 3 years, Kim will be twice as old as Kevin. So, si Kim daw, or yung Y natin, so Y plus 3, Kim will be twice as old as Kevin. 2 times X plus 3. So, what are their ages now? So, tinatanong yung age nilang dalawa. So, ito, meron tayo ditong Y plus 3 is equals to 2X plus 3. So, Y plus 3 is equals to 2X plus 6. So, dun sa binigay na the sum of Kim's and Kevin's ages, so X plus Y is equals to 18, pwede natin siyang in terms lang muna sa X. So, X is equals to 18 minus Y. So, Y plus 3 is equals to 2. Ang X natin is 18 minus Y plus 6. So, tuloy ko lang dito. Magiging Y plus 3 is equals to 2 times 18 is 36. Tama ba? So, 36. 36 minus 2Y. Minus 2Y plus 6. Magiging, i-isolate natin yung Y plus 2Y is equals to 36 plus 6 minus 3. So, 3Y is equals to 36 plus 6 is 42 minus 3 is 39. So, 39. Divide both sides by 3. So, Y is equals to 13. Next, kunin natin yung age ni Kevin. So, X is equals to 18 pala, minus 13. Or ito yung X is equals to 18 minus Y. So, X is equals to 5. So, ang age nung dalawa, Y tsaka X natin. So, si Kevin is, ilan ang age ni Kevin? X. So, 5 years old. 5 years old. Tsaka si Kim naman is 13 years old. So, ito yung ating answer. Next, a father tells his son, I was your age now when you were born. If the father is now 38 years old, how old was his son 2 years ago? So, dito, sulat muna tayo. If the father is 38 years old now, si father daw ay 38 years old na ngayon. So, drawing ko muna yung ating table. So, past, present, si father, at saka si son. So, sabi niya, I was your age now when you were born. So, nasa edad mo na ako ngayon. Nasa edad mo, nung pinanganak ka, nasa edad mo ako. Parang, wait lang. Nahirapan din ako ng Tagalog. I was your age now when you were born. So, yung edad mo ngayon, edad ko nung pinanganak ka. If the father now is 38 years old, how old was his son 2 years ago? So, kung present daw ngayon present natin ngayon si father is 38 years old. So, 38. So, nung 38 kung 38 ngayon si father, nung past, 0 pa si son. Tama? So, ilet natin as X itong present ni son tsaka past ni father. So, 38 minus X is equals to X minus 0. 38 equals X plus X. So, 38 is equals to 2X. So, X is equals to 19. Ang bata naman ni father nung pinanganak yung anak niya. Kasi sabi niya, I was your age now. Yung taon mo ngayon, taon ko yun nung pinanganak ka. Diba? So, ang bata pala ni Ang bata pala ni father, 19. 19. So, ngayon, ang tanong, how old was his son 2 years ago? So, kung 19 yon, 19 minus 2, kasi 2 years ago. So, 17. 17 years old. I was your age now when you were born. So, tama naman. Kasi nung past, 19 daw siya. So, ngayon, 19 na din siya. Okay. So, next topic tayo, work problems. Suppose that a person can do a certain work in 5 days. This means that the said person can finish 1/5 of the work in 1 day. Thus, his rate is, wait lang, yung rate niya is 1/5 of the work per day. So, itong box na to, yan yung work. So, sabi niya, 1/5 daw ng work in 1 day. So, ito yung kanyang rate. So, for one complete job, rate times time is equals to 1. So, yung 1 dito is yung complete job. Complete job. Complete job. Complete job. When there is a specific work and specific time and manpower, the rate of doing the work may be computed using the number of man-hours. So, example tayo, tandaan nyo lang yung rate times time is equals to 1 complete job. It takes Mylene twice as long as Gina to do a certain piece of work. Working together, they can finish the work in 6 hours. How long would it take Gina to do it alone? So, let X be the time for Mylene to finish the job. Y naman, time for Gina to finish the job. So, equation 1, it takes Mylene twice as long as Gina. So, si Mylene daw ay 2 times na mas matagal kaysa kay Gina. So, 2 times natin yung time ni Gina. So, ito yung ating equation 1. Equation 1. Working together. So, kapag nag-work daw sila together, they can finish the work in 6 hours. So, ang rate ni Gina at saka rate ni Mylene, so 1 over x plus 1 over y. Matatapos daw sila in 6 hours. So, 1 over 6. Kapag nag-work sila together. So, equation 2. Bakit naka-fraction yan? Kasi ito, 'di ba? Sabi niya, a certain work in 5 days. A person can do a certain work in 5 days. That means that the said person can finish 1/5 of the work in 1 day. So, ang rate niya na makatapos ng trabaho is 1/5. Kaya ito, ang rate ni Gina at saka ni Mylene ay naka-fraction. So, 1 over x plus 1 over y is equals to 1/6. Ngayon, sabi, how long would it take Gina to do it alone? So, si Gina ang tinatanong. So, hinahanap yung value ng y. Since ito yung equation natin, plus 1 over y is equals to 1 over 6. Yung x dito, pwede nating i-substitute. So, magiging 1 over 2y plus 1y equals 1 over 6. Pwede tayong mag-multiply ng 6y. So, kapag dinistribute natin dito, magiging 3 plus 6 is equals to y. So, y is equals to 9. So, ibig sabihin, 9 hours yung time ni Gina para matapos yung isang trabaho. Tapos, si Mylene kasi is mas matagal kasi sabi niya twice as long as Gina. So, dalawang beses na yung time ni Gina is parang 2 times nung time ni Mylene. So, mas matagal si Mylene. Kapag tinanong kung ilang oras or gaano katagal magtatrabaho kapag si Mylene lang, so, x is equals to 2y. So, x is equals to 9. X is equals to 18. So, 18 hours magtatrabaho si Mylene kapag mag-isa niya lang. Ito naman si Gina. So, next, Glenn can paint a house in 9 hours, while Stewart can paint the same house in 16 hours. They worked together for 4 hours. After 4 hours, Stewart left and Glenn finished the job alone. How many more days did it take Glenn to finish the job? Bakit days pala to? Let G be the time for Glenn. Haba kasi kapag Glenn ang isusulat, then Stewart S na lang. So, sabi, ang rate ni Glenn ay 1 over 9. Tama, rate niya yon. Matatapos niya daw ma-paint ang house in 9 hours. So, si Stewart naman, ang kanyang rate ay 1 over 16. Kapag nag-work daw sila together, So, pag plus, matatapos daw nila ito for 4 hours. So, ito yung ating rate, and ito yung ating time. So, kung babalikan natin yung ating formula, so ito, rate times time is equals to 1 complete job. So, yan na yon. Tapos, sabi dyan, pagkatapos daw nung 4 na oras, iniwan daw ni Stewart si Glenn para tapusin yung trabaho. So, ibig sabihin, natapos lang si Glenn na lang yung naiwan. So, ang rate ni Glenn ay 1/9. Tama? Ang tanong, ilan pa daw yung tinagal para matapos si Glenn? Hindi ko alam bakit days to. Feeling ko hours yan. So, ang time ni Glenn, yun yung hinahanap. So, G na lang yung gagamitin natin dyan. Is equals to 1. 1 kasi for the complete job. So, simplify natin. 4/9 plus 4/16 plus G over 9 is equals to 1. So, ito, magiging 25/36 plus G over 9 is equals to 1. So, pwede tayo mag-multiply ng 36. So, 25 times 36, 25/36 times 36 is 25 plus 4G is equals to 36. So, 4G is equals to 36 minus 25. 4G is equals to 11. So, divide both sides by 4. So, ang G natin is 2.75 hours. So, si ano to? R siguro to. So, next, it takes Butch twice as long as it takes Dan to do a certain piece of work. Working together, they can do the work in 6 days. How long would it take Dan to do it alone? So, let X be the time for Butch to finish a certain job working alone. Then Y be the, so ko sanang iganyan kaso sulat ko na nga lang, be the time for Dan to finish a certain job working alone. So, sabi dyan, it takes Butch twice as long as it takes Dan to do a certain piece of work. So, ibig sabihin, mas mabagal si Butch. So, X is equals to 2Y. Equation 1. Working together, so kapag pinagsama yung rate nila, 1/X plus 1/Y, matatapos daw nila yung kanilang trabaho in 6 days. So, 1/6. Parang yung problem din ito kanina Oo nga, kamuka. How long would it take Dan to do it alone? So, since may x tayo dyan, pwede natin i-substitute kasi ang tinatanong si Dan is y. So, y tayo. So, add natin itong dalawang fraction. So, magiging y plus 2y over 2y squared is equals to 1 over 6. Pwede nating ilabas si y. Magiging 1 plus 2 over 2y squared is equals to 1 over 6. Pwede makancel si isang y. Magiging 1 plus 2 or 3. Magiging 3 over 2y is equals to 1 over 6. Pwede natin itong i-cross multiply. Magiging 3 times 6 is 18 is equals to 2y. Tama ba? Divide both sides by 2. So, magiging y is equals to 9 hours. So, ang tinatanong naman is si Dan. So, yung y. So, answer is 9 hours. Okay, tuloy na natin sa next problem. Dito na tayo sa clock problems. A clock problem is a mathematical problem which focus on the relationship of the movements of the hands, our hand, minute hand, and second hand of the clock. This type of problem is for mechanical clocks only, and never for a digital clocks. The longest hand is the second hand. Bakit second hand? The longest hand is the second. Minute hand. Ano ba yan? Mali-mali itong module ko. So, minute hand. Minute. Ay, itong spelling. Minute. Ano ba yan? Tinitingnan ko yung handout ko. Mali. Check ko nga yung pinagkopyahan ko. Minute hand. Mali. So, mali sila. Mali yung pinagkopyahan ko. So, the longest hand is the minute hand while the shortest hand is the hour hand. Most of the problems in clock problem involve only the minute hand and the hour hand. The diagram shows the relationship between movement of the minute and hour hands. So, ito, check ko nga. Balik ko nga sa kabila at aking uulitin. Edit ko lang saglit ha. So, minute hand. So, yan, minute na siya. Pwede na nating burahin to. The longest hand is the minute hand, and while the shortest hand is the hour hand. So, the earliest known clock problem was posed in 1694 pala by Jacques Ozanam in his Recreations, Mathematics, et Physics. So, hindi ko alam bakit hindi ko nailagay dito. Pero sa handout nyo, meron to, 1694 by Jacques Ozanam. Doon sa kanyang libro na, ang haba, Recreations, Mathematics, et at physics. So, ito, sa clock, pansin nyo ba na kapag ang minute hand, umikot siya, 12 to 12, umikot siya. Yung hour hand natin is gumagalaw ng isang dial. Tama? So, yung relationship nun, for example, ito na lang muna. So, Y. Diba? Tapos, kapag umikot yung isang minute hand is X. So, pakita natin yung relationship nila, Y over X. So, ang Y natin, kapag umikot ng isa, gumalaw ng isa, yung X natin, umiikot siya ng 12 dials. So, kada ganyan, ang tawag dyan is dial. And kada isang dial, ilang minute? Meron tayong 5 minutes. So, ngayon, Y is equals to X over 12. So, itong Y natin, ito na yon, X over 12. So, yung Y natin is ito, X over 12. So, uray na natin yan. So, punta na tayo dito sa ating sample problems para mas lalo nyong magets. In how many minutes after 2 o'clock will the hands of the clock extend in opposite direction? So, kailan daw siya magiging opposite direction for the first time? So, drawing natin yung ating original na 2 o'clock. So, 2 o'clock. So, ito yung 2 o'clock. Ngayon, ang sabi, kailan daw or ilang minuto daw after 2 o'clock na yung hands daw ng clock ay magiging opposite direction for the first time. So, kunwari, ito siya. And kapag sinabing opposite, diba? Opposite. So, ganyan, opposite. So, yung blue natin dyan na arrow, yung original tapos yung red natin is yung nag-opposite direction na sila for the first time. So, itong R hand, lumakbay siya hanggang dito. And yung paglakbay niya yan is X. And itong R hand naman, so ano na yung sa R hand natin? Diba? X over 12. So, extend lang natin ito. So, 2. So, extend lang natin yan. Ito na yung ating X over 12. Tama? Ngayon, ilang dial ito? Hanggang dito. So, ilang dial ito? So, 1 and 2. And sabi natin kanina, kada dial ay 5 minutes. So, 10 ito, 10. Next is, ito. Since straight line to, di ba kapag straight line, so straight line, di ba? Ilang dial yan? So, ilang dial? Ay, nagre-record pala ako. Akala ko nagpaparecite ako. So, meron tayong 6 na dials. So, 6 times 5 is 30. So, yan, na-drawing na natin. Ngayon, kunin natin yung value ng x. Di ba yung x natin is dito hanggang dito? So, x equals, unahin natin to, 10. Tama? 10 saan na yun? So, 10 plus x over 12 plus 30. So, meron tayong x is equals to 40 plus x over 12. So, isolate natin, x minus x over 12 is equals to 40. So, magiging 12 minus x is 11x over 12 is equals to 40. Pwede nyo na yan i-shape solve. Pero sa mga walang shape solve, solve natin. So, magiging x is equals to 40 times 12 over 11. So, ang makukuha nyo dapat dyan ay 43.64 minutes. Which is, medyo okay naman yung sa drawing natin. Diba? Dito, 64. 43. 43. So, next. How many minutes after 7 o'clock will the hands be directly opposite for the first time? So, drawing muna ulit natin yung kanyang original. So, 7 o'clock daw. So, ang 7 o'clock is ito. So, ilang minutes daw ulit na yung kanyang mga hands daw ay magiging directly opposite each other for the first time. So, pagpalagay na lang muna natin na andito siya. So, together for the first time. So, nag-move kunwari itong our hand natin. And ito yung minute hand. Ang hirap kasi mag-drawing dito sa pen tab. So, kunwari directly opposite na lang yan ha. So, kapag in-extend natin ito, so 7 o'clock, diba? Ito ay x over 12, tama? And yung our hand, minute hand sa minute hand ay x. Kapag in-extend din natin to, so kapag in-extend din natin to dyan, magiging x over 12 ito. So, pag in-extend mo pa dito, x over 12 ito. Tama? So, ngayon, isulat na natin si x. So, x minus x over 12. Tama? X over 12. Oh, wait lang. Hindi ko pa pala na drawing to. So, meron tayong ang pangit ng drawing ko. Feeling ko di nyo nagigets. X is equals to so, meron tayo ditong isang dial. Wait, hindi kasi nakatapat. Kaya pala nalilito ako. Meron to. X, tama. So, 5 plus x over 12. So, times natin siya sa 12. Wait lang, nalilito ako sa drawing ko. Ulitin ko nga yung drawing. So, ayan. Tapos, together for the first time, pagpalagay natin dito. I mean, together for the first time. Directly opposite for the first time. Ang hirap mag-drawing dito sa pen tab. Dumudulas kasi ang aking kamay. So, ito ay x over 12. Tapos, ito mai-extend dun. Since 7, dito siya tatapat sa 1. Ibang color na nga. So, itong 7, dito siya tatapat sa 1. So, 1. Tapos, ito. Okay, ang tagal ko mag-drawing. Sorry. So, since na-extend to, ito yung ating x over 12. Tapos, itong 12 natin to minute hand natin is x. So, yan. Kaya naging x is equals to, so ito yung ating 5. Ito yung ating 5. Tapos, x over 12 to. So, x is equals to 5 plus x over 12. So, times na natin siya sa 12, magiging 12x is equals to 12 times 5 is 12 times 5, 60. 60 plus x. So, 12x minus x is equals to 60. So, 11x is equals to 60. Divide both sides by 11. So, x natin ay 60 divided by 11. 5.45. 5.45 minutes. So, last problem. Alam, tagal na ata na itong video natin. So, skip nyo na lang yun nung nag-drawing pa ako. Skip nyo na lang. So, what time after 3 o'clock will the hands of the clock be together for the first time? So, ito, be together daw. So, draw ulit natin after 3 o'clock. So, ito yung ating 3 o'clock. Tama? So, sana madrawing ko ng maayos to. Ngayon, sabi niya, what time after 3 o'clock will the hands of the clock be together? So, kailan daw silang magiging together? So, sana all together. So, meron tayo dito. Pagpalagay natin na dito sila magtatagpo for the first time. Kung may relo kayo dyan sa bahay nyo, lahat naman tayo siguro may relo sa bahay, no? So, paki-laro-laro na lang muna. So, yan. Ngayon, draw na natin. Labelan na natin. So, 12 to minute hand. So, yan yung ating x. Next is, ito. Ito yung tatlong dial. So, 5 times 3, 15. And itong R hand to R hand natin ay, na yun? X over 12. So, laging x over 12 yan. So, sulat na natin. Yung x natin is equals to 15. Kasi ito yung x natin, no? Kita nyo ba? Ito yung x natin. Yan. Hanggang dito. Ngayon, x is equals to 15 plus x over 12. 15 plus x over 12. So, isolate x minus x over 12 is equals to 15. Pwede tayong mag-times ng 12. 12. So, 12x minus x is equals to 15 times 12 180. 180. So, 11x is equals to 180. Divide both sides by 11. So, x is equals to 180 divided by 11 is 16. 16.36 minutes. Pero ang tanong, what time? Oras. Etong x natin is minutes lang. So, 3:16.36. So, paano natin i-convert? Di ba ito yung R? R. Ito yung minutes. Ito, hindi pa naman to seconds eh. Paano natin i-convert si 0.36 into seconds? So, sa 1 minute, diba 0.36 pala? 0.36 minutes. Ang 1 minute ay merong 60 seconds. So, 0.36 times 60 is equals to, seconds to is equals to 21.6. So, magiging, or 22 na lang. 3, 16, 21. Pero ang alam ko sa time meron to, ay sa calc meron to. So, yan. Pero pwede na to ang sasagot nyo, pwede na to. So, 3:16.36. So, yan. So, okay na yan sa akin. Or i-convert nyo pa. Hindi, okay na yan. So, yun lang yung ating word problems. Sana may magets kayo. Sana may nagets kayo. Kahit na medyo naging impromptu. Kasi, impromptu din talaga yung iba kong problem dito. So, yun lang. Thank you for watching. Mag-comment kayo or mag-chat kayo sa akin kung may mga hindi kayo naintindihan. So, comment dan watching, name nyo, and section. So, bye everyone. Keep safe.